everyone, welcome back to the Makeup Chair. For today's Monday makeup lesson, I'm going to do an updated foundation routine. I want to show you guys how to apply foundation with a sponge when you have dry skin like me. I also have very pale skin, so I'm going to show you guys a few recommendations. So let's get started. First product I like to use is the Benefit POREfessional because I got a little pore issue going on my cheeks and also on my nose. So I kind of swipe that onto the face and that just gives a really good base for applying the rest of your makeup. Then I move on to two concealers. The very first concealer is the one that I use underneath my eyes. Now this is a neutral, slightly pink tone concealer and this will just counteract any blue tones underneath my eyes. And then the other one, it has a yellow tone in it, so this will counteract any redness on the skin. And then I move on to my foundation. What I like to do is just kind of apply the foundation like all over my face to begin with, and then I can go in with my sponge. So these three products is what makes up my little foundation that I kind of create myself. And I'm very, very pale, but I also have a yellow rather than a pink tone. NYX in the yellow, this is the color corrector. Wish this came in a tube because it would be much easier. Then I squeeze on a little bit of this over the top of the yellow. This is the NYX HD foundation. It's the lightest one they have. And then I need my white foundation. This is by Face Atelier and this is the white. Pump that onto there, mix everything together, and then I get the perfect blend. So I just kind of wipe that all over my face and then I go in with my sponge. The very first thing that you have to do with your sponge is to soak it completely underwater. You want to make sure that the size doubles. So this is what it looks like when it's dry, and this is what it should look like when you have soaked it thoroughly. You really want to make sure that it is kind of doubled in size in order to get it to be nice and spongy and soft so that you can really just apply the foundation very easily. So what I like to do is just work over my face doing little bouncing motions off and on the skin, and this is just going to blend in the foundation without kind of making that mask effect. It's not going to look heavy, it's not going to look streaky. Just keep bouncing it off and on the skin all the way around, and then you should blend out that foundation really easily. Then I'm going to apply a cheek stain, and this is by Benefit. It's the Lolly Tint. Apply that onto the cheeks and then just blend it away, and you can actually use your sponge again to go over the top and just make sure that it's nicely blended into the skin. And sticking with the liquids and creams, I'm going to use a liquid highlighter rather than a powder highlighter, and this is by Mimi, and it is the Pearl Pink, which I think goes really well with the Lolly Tint. Applied it quite a lot because I want that kind of really dewy, pearly skin, and then use my sponge again just to go over it just to make sure it's perfectly blended. I'm going to skip powder because my skin is quite dry, and instead I'm going to set my makeup with the Victoria's Secret Make It Last Primer and Setting Spray. You literally just spritz this over your skin, let it dry, let it set, and it will just hold your makeup in place for the entire day. If you'd like any more information about any of the products that I've used and where you guys get them, you can also check the information box. And if there's any other things that you'd like me to show you guys how to use for a Monday makeup lesson, please leave a comment and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Okay. Slightly, the warm, oh, have I gone through that really quickly? Bye.